Hello, today I'm Sakshi Jain and today I'll be teaching you about human nutrition. What is nutrition? Nutrition is basically divided into five small topics: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion. So now let's try to understand all these topics one by one. First is ingestion. Ingestion is basically intake of food. मतलब जो भी फूड हम अपने माउथ में इनटेक करते हैं दैट इज नोन एज ingestion. The process of intaking food is known as ingestion. The second one is digestion. Digestion is the breakdown of the food we intake into glucose. The third one is absorption. अब हमने जब खाना digest किया तो it got digested into some soluble form which can be taken up by our body to form energy. Generally, it is glucose in case of human beings. So that is absorption. Absorption in human digestive system takes place in small intestine. The fourth part is assimilation. Assimilation is the transport of glucose throughout our body to gain energy. And the final part is egestion. The food we had also had some waste products. So the removal of waste products from our body is known as egestion. Now let's do a quick recap of all these five processes. The first one, ingestion. Ingestion means intake of food. The second one, digestion. Digestion means the breakdown of complex food substances into the simpler form. The third one, absorption. Absorption means basically the glucose we formed in our body gets absorbed to certain parts, and then assimilation, the glucose will get transported to different parts of our body, and egestion, the food will be removed out. The extra food, the waste part will get removed out. Now let's study further human nutrition. Human nutrition starts from alimentary canal. Basically, alimentary canal is the whole pathway in which human nutrition takes place. It starts from our mouth and ends at anus. It's generally 9 meter long. Although it varies according from person to person, their height, weight and stuff, but it's generally 9 meter long. It starts from our mouth. Let's start it from the very start. The first part is known as mouth or buccal cavity. Buccal cavity is first surrounded by soft and movable structure known as lips. We have a pair of lips, the upper one and the lower one. After that, teeth are present. Now, according to the duration human teeth are divided into two types, that is permanent teeth and milk teeth. Milk teeth are generally 20 in number and they shed off mostly after the age of 13 or 14. Permanent teeth are 32 in number. It is of four types: incisors, canines, premolars and molars. I'm repeating it again. Permanent teeth are 32 in number. We human beings have 32 teeth in our upper and lower jaw, and they are of four further types according to their shape and size, that is incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Dental formula. Our dental formula is 2123 upon 2123 into 2 which equals to 32. अब इसको properly समझते हैं. See, we have upper jaw and our lower jaw. A quarter of this, we have 2 incisors, 1 canine, 2 premolars and 1 molar in a quarter of our jaw. So 2, 1, 2, 3 for this side, 2, 1, 2, 3 for this side, and when we multiply it by 2 for the right side as well, we have 32 teeth. Now let me tell you guys a fun fact. Generally, human beings do not have 32 teeth. You can count yours as well. See, we have something known as wisdom tooth. तो स्टूडेंट्स, कुछ लोगों को तो ये विजडम टूथ पूरी लाइफ टाइम में भी परेशान नहीं करता है. इट्स नोन एज विजडम टूथ बिकॉज we do not have gaps for this tooth. Our mouth doesn't have any gap. Our jaw doesn't have any space where this tooth can come. So जब भी ये tooth आएगा तो it will push the other teeth forwards, and that is the reason that we are in serious pain when wisdom tooth starts in our mouth. I hope the topic of teeth is very much clear. Let's get back to buccal cavity again. See, the first thing we read in buccal cavity was lips, that our buccal cavity is surrounded by lips, soft and movable structure. The second thing was teeth. We read that we have 4 types of teeth: incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Basically, incisors are sharp teeth. They are used for cutting the food. Canines are generally prominent in carnivores, in the animals who eat meat and flesh. They are basically used for tearing up the flesh. Molars and premolars help in chewing and biting the food. After this, the roof of the buccal cavity. मतलब बच्चों, जो हमारी buccal cavity की roof होती है, that is known as palate. And our tongue is connected from a structure known as frenulum. अब ये दोनों चीज़ें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, इस पे पहले भी बहुत बार क्वेश्चंस आए हैं नीट पे, तो बहुत ध्यान से याद रखना that the roof of our buccal cavity is known as palate and our tongue is connected through frenulum. Let's move further. Tongue. What does it do? First thing, it helps us with speech. It also have parotid glands present on it, but we do have taste buds as well on it. It's basically a gustatory receptor. अगली बार ध्यान रखना, tongue is gustatory receptor. Although we'll read more about receptors in control and coordination, but yeah. Now tongue, सोचो कितने टेस्ट बड्स होते हैं हमारे टंग पे? स्वीट, सार, बिटर, राइट? और स्पाइसी? What about spicy? We all love spicy food, right? But actually, spicy is not a taste bud. We do not have any taste bud related to this taste. Interesting, no? Spicy is basically just a sensation. The sensation of the burning nerves that we feel in our mouth. It's not a taste. So, we are done with the buccal cavity. The food we had now travels. The food we have now, it will travel down to esophagus. Esophagus is also known as food pipe. Yeah. Esophagus is also known as food pipe, and the food we had in our mouth generally comes in the form of small balls, which are known as bolus, which comes down to stomach through esophagus. One more thing. Esophagus works with peristalsis movement. मतलब esophagus peristalsis movement में वर्क करेगा, जैसे contraction and relaxation. एक जो भी बोलस होगा, जो हमारा बाइट होगा, वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट और रिलैक्सेशन के मेथड के थ्रू नीचे स्टमक तक आ जाएगा. Let's move further. Salivary gland. Our mouth consists of salivary gland. This salivary gland produces saliva. जब हम अच्छा अच्छा खाना खाते हैं बच्चों, या तुम्हारा फेवरेट फूड होता है, तो our mouth gets watery, right? It's because of this. This is the water produced in our mouth, saliva. Saliva consists of salivary enzyme. This salivary enzyme basically starts breaking down food from our mouth itself. Starch is broken down into maltose through salivary amylase enzyme, which is produced in our saliva. Maltose क्या होता है? Maltose is a form of carbohydrate. देखो, हम बायो में जितने भी maltose, glucose, fructose, sucrose, galactose, lactose, all these are different types of carbohydrates. तो सबसे पहले digestion हमारे mouth में ही start हो जाता है, where starch gets broken down into maltose. Then the food travels from esophagus, and after esophagus it reaches to the next part known as stomach. Stomach is a huge elastic bag, muscular in structure, present in our body, in our abdominal cavity. Okay. वापस repeat कर रही हूँ. Please listen to me carefully. Abdominal cavity में present होगा. It will be an elastic bag-like structure. It will be J-shaped structure. And it's divided into 3 parts: cardiac, fundic, and pyloric. The first part is named cardiac. कुछ याद आया cardiac सुन के? Cardiac basically it relates to heart. The part of stomach which is closer to our heart is known as cardiac. For example, if this is esophagus, this is the cardiac part. This is the body of the stomach, and then the fundic part, and the tube which is connecting the stomach to the next part, which is small intestine, is pyloric part. Now what's so special about our stomach? Stomach also has a gland known as gastric gland. This gastric gland releases gastric juices, and the gastric juice consists of some specific enzymes known as pepsin, along with HCl and mucus. चलो अब डिटेल में पढ़ते हैं. हमने ये पढ़ा कि स्टमक ने रिलीज किया, स्टमक में होता है गैस्ट्रिक ग्लैंड, उससे रिलीज हुआ गैस्ट्रिक जूस विच कंसिस्ट ऑफ एन एंजाइम कॉल्ड एज पेप्सिन, HCl and mucus. Mucus basically protects our stomach from HCl. Our stomach releases HCl. Why does it release HCl? To break down the food. Basically हमारा food जो होगा उसमें HCl इसलिए present होगा ताकि food better break down हो जाए. Because we all know that HCl is a very strong acid. But अगर वो इतना ही strong acid है तो फिर वो हमारे stomach की walls को भी खराब कर सकता है. It can eat up our stomach walls. We have mucus to protect us. Mucus basically surrounds our stomach. It lines up our stomach from all the sides so that it does not get affected by hydrochloric acid. अच्छा, एक बात बताओ, जब हम बहुत दिनों तक फास्ट रखते हैं, एज इन फास्ट हम पूरा दिन कुछ नहीं खाते हैं, 2 days पूरा दिन कुछ नहीं खाया, तो जनरली द वॉमिट्स आर ग्रीन इफ यू हैव ऑब्जर्व्ड. दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ HCl. One more thing, हम if our schedule is that I have my dinner at 7 o'clock in the evening. So आज मैंने अपना dinner 7 o'clock नहीं किया, 8 o'clock भी नहीं किया, 9 o'clock भी नहीं किया, तो we have that sensation in our stomach जिसको हम कहते हैं कि पेट में चूहे कूद रहे हैं. वो सेंसेशन और कुछ नहीं होती है. दैट इज बिकॉज HCl इज गेटिंग रिलीज्ड इन आर स्टमक. हमारे स्टमक में HCl रिलीज हो जाता है एंड इट स्टार्ट्स ईट, और क्योंकि उसको खाना नहीं मिल रहा है डिकम्पोज करने को, तो इट स्टार्ट्स ईटिंग द वॉल्स ऑफ आवर स्टमक. इसीलिए हमें सेंसेशन आती है कि पेट में चूहे कूद रहे हैं. इट्स नथिंग, इट्स जस्ट HCl. तो इसीलिए वी शुड हैव आवर मील्स एट टाइम. नाउ we also talked about pepsin. An enzyme called pepsin is also released in our gastric juices. This pepsin enzyme basically forms when the inactive pepsinogen already present in our stomach gets affected by hydrochloric acid. हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड जो होगा हमारे स्टमक में, वो हमारे स्टमक में ऑलरेडी प्रेजेंट पेप्सिनोजन एंजाइम को चेंज करेगा इनटू पेप्सिन. और अभी हम स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन में फर्दर पढ़ेंगे कि पेप्सिन विल हेल्प इन द प्रोटीन ब्रेकडाउन. So now let's revise the functions of HCl. HCl helps to make the food acidic. It also helps to softens the food. It helps in breakdown of food, and it also helps in changing inactive pepsinogen to active pepsin. Next, and the most important part of human digestive system is small intestine. Small intestine is a highly coiled structure. It's basically divided into 3 parts: duodenum, jejunum, ileum. Ileum is the highly coiled part of small intestine. Duodenum is the largest part in the first part of small intestine, while jejunum is the middle part, which helps in the transportation. Now let's study this in detail. Duodenum, the first part of small intestine. This is the place where the major digestion takes place. This is the main site for digestion in human beings. This is the part where the protein will break down, where the fat will break down, and the place where carbohydrates will also break down. In jejunum, the absorption of the food takes place. Jejunum contains small finger-like structures known as villi. Why do we need villi? Basically, villi are the finger-like structure which increases the surface area for absorption. See, duodenum is connected through liver and pancreas. Liver releases bile juice and pancreas releases pancreatic juice. Bile juice is alkaline in nature because pancreatic juice cannot work in acidic nature. Basically, जब हमने खाना खाया था, the food we had स्टमक में रिलीज हुआ था HCl which made the pH of our food acidic and now that food is transferred to small intestine. तो हमारे फूड का pH अभी भी एसिडिक है. उसको बैलेंस करने के लिए bile juice is released which is basic or alkaline in nature. And now bile juice and pancreatic juice combiningly releases some enzymes in our small intestine. The first enzyme is known as lipase. Lipase breaks down fats or lipids into fatty acids plus glycerol. Protein and carbohydrates are also broken down here. After that, we'll lead to the next part, that is large intestine. Large intestine basically plays a major role in the absorption of food. The food gets absorbed in large intestine. It is divided into three different parts: colon, rectum, and cecum. Colon is the area where the extra water is reabsorbed. Rectum basically transfers all the waste material out of our body through anus. And cecum. Cecum is also known as vermiform appendix, which is a vestigial organ and not used in, we do not use it anymore. We do not require it anymore. So let's sum it up all. We read about human nutrition today. Nutrition was divided into 5 different processes: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion. Then we read about alimentary canal, which was approximately 9 meters long. The first part was the buccal cavity, which was surrounded by lips, and it also consisted of tongue, palate, teeth. After that, we read about esophagus, stomach, small intestine, its 3 parts: duodenum, jejunum, ileum, large intestine and its further divided into 3 parts: colon, rectum, and cecum. And finally, the waste material is taken out through anus. I'll see you in the next class.